And as we got talking to more, well, hello everyone, it is me, Scott. You know that guy that you occasionally stumble across here on YouTube? Are you like me? You got this addiction with masks? Yeah, just can't seem to get enough? Well, thanks to Martin G. Pena, I have to have a certain one that only he has been able to capture. Honestly, I think it looks better than the original one they did for that film. That's right, Martin G. Pena has created The Revenge of the Fifth, and I'm telling you what, I gotta have it. So naturally, the first question I asked Martin was, how did you become such a great sculptor artist, an amazing mask maker? I see his photos all the time on Facebook. I mean, from whether he was rehauling, fixing some Tots masks. I mean, no offense, Tots, they're great, but a lot of things that Martin does with it, it makes it look like, oh my God, they're, you know, hundreds of dollar masks. And when I seen he started posting the work that he was doing with Revenge of the Fifth, I knew that I was going to have some conversation with him sooner or later. So Martin, when did you get started? He said it was back in 2012, about 7 or 8 years ago, give or take. And during those times, he practiced so hard. He put a lot of time into it. And not only was he just working as a sculptor artist, he was watching other artists as well, studying them. He was even getting the facial anatomy. He's been working on it so hard. I mean, Martin doesn't consider himself to be an expert on any level, but when he started working on the Statue of Liberty bust, that's when a spark happened for him. That's when he knew something was going. And when we're talking, when Martin studied, it wasn't just the anatomy of the faces. It came down to how he felt it was important to study many things, like obviously making the mold, the casting the latex, you name it. Martin has been working very hard to where he's at right now, and it shows here in the work that we see with Revenge of the Fifth. So then I went on and asked Martin, what inspired you to create Revenge of the Fifth, his Revenge of the Fifth? And he simply stated, honestly, he felt like it was a great business opportunity and he took it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, we hardly ever see any, you know, H5, you know, sculpts out there, masks and all that. And of course, when he seen what he was doing with this, it really changed his mind. You know, he could have, with like an H4, a Resurrection, or an H2O. Now I guess he's wanting to try his own different versions of it, like something, not necessarily like the H2O, like we've seen so many different masks in H2O, but he just wants to kind of go with it. And if people really like what he's doing, in other words, what he sees, what he visualizes, if he likes it, awesome. If not, well, he just won't make nearly as many as of the Revenge of the Fifth, or different versions of it, as like he states, as he sees it. And something else that I thought was quite interesting that Martin stated, he tried to imagine how the mask was sculpted, and he kept in mind how high the back of the slit was, you know, how it does the neck. And he was thinking a lot about that and the details. And of course, how he can make a Halloween replica to be as accurate as he can without copying the next guy. And as we got talking more, I started remembering about a time that myself and others were respectfully talking behind Martin's back. It was on Facebook, it was discussed publicly, but then occasionally someone will message me and we will bring up Martin's Revenge of the Fifth. And all of us seem to agree that what he's doing here is just spectacular. I mean, Martin is actually capturing some character in this mask. And and I had to tell him this. I said, Martin, I want you to know before I make this video, because I'm going to be honest about this. When H5 first came out, when I seen that mask, I hated it. I just did not like that mask at all, whatsoever. And I've made that clear with other people, you know, just socially, randomly talking about, you know, the masks in Halloween. And Martin, he stated, you know, he agrees. He felt the same way. He hated. He used to hate that mask. But as time has gone by, and obviously what he's done here, he has grown a huge respect, not only for that mask, I mean, come on, look at what he's doing here, but, you know, for each mask as well. And I, myself, I know in the last video that I uploaded here on YouTube, the one with obviously Terry Lambert's Uncle V version 2 that I now own, I was not a fan of certain masks in this franchise, but just like what Martin says, as time has gone by, I have definitely grown a deeper respect for each mask. And I could see, as Martin being a mask maker himself, with everything that he puts into it, all the hard work, yeah, it makes sense why a lot of these guys have a huge respect for what they're doing. And I know I'm speaking for you and millions of others out there. We obviously are so much in love with what these guys do. And I also want to make it very clear on this particular video, as of right now, I'm letting all of you know out there that whenever I do my next unboxing, and it should be my next unboxing, I am purposely going to make sure that I start saving up to purchase this mask from Martin. I know there's been at least a year has gone by that I have found myself that I've looked at what Martin has done, like I stated on Facebook, and I've told Martin this, and I'm going to make it publicly now known that the next mask that I'm going to save up for is for Martin's Revenge of the Fifth. Because seeing that, I gotta have that in my collection. So if you're like me and you absolutely have to have this Revenge of the Fifth a part of your growing collection, Martin has it priced at $250 plus shipping. And if you need to know how to get a hold of Martin, I'm gonna leave all of that information down in the description box down below, from Facebook, the forum, email, Instagram, it's all there. Plus, you're probably seeing it up on the screen as well too, so you can't go wrong. Hey, I have been talking to Martin on and off now for the past year, and I'm telling you what, the guy does phenomenal work. There's no doubt about it. This young man, we're going to see him around for years, so if you think what he's doing now is excellent, just wait until he gets more experience underneath the belt. I'm telling you, the more you practice, the better you get at what you do. So if you like what you see here and you're stumbling across my channel for the very first time, why don't you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and naturally that bell right next to it, because that'll notify you the next time I upload another video. It could be an unboxing, it could be, well, something in the horror genre, and you never know, there could be something else that I may stumble across while you're watching me here on YouTube. So until next time, take care, see you soon, bye-bye.